2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off at Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. Sports fans across the world are set for a month-long football spectacle as the 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off tonight at the historic Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. In the opening match, hosts Mexico will take on South Africa in a group clash. The match begins at 12:30 p.m. AM Indian Standard Time. Interestingly, the fixture brings back memories of the 2010 World Cup opener, which also featured the same two sides. This edition of the World Cup will be the biggest in history, with an expansion from 32 to 48 teams. A record 104 matches will be played, with 72 in the group stage and 32 in the knockout rounds, across host nations the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The three host nations qualified automatically, while 45 teams earned their places through a demanding two-year qualification journey. The competition features 12 groups of 4 teams each. The top 2 teams from every group, along with the 8 best third-place teams, will advance to the round of 32. This expands the knockout stage to 32 teams for the first time in tournament history. The grand final is scheduled for 19th of July, promising a thrilling conclusion to football's greatest celebration. This World Cup is also expected to be one of the most challenging in history, with teams facing demanding conditions across 3 countries, including long travel distances, varying climates, different altitudes, and shifting time zones. Over the decades, only 8 nations have lifted the FIFA World Cup trophy: Brazil, Italy, Germany, Spain, Argentina, England, France, and Uruguay, the inaugural champions. Among the most unfortunate sides in World Cup history remain the Netherlands, who have reached 3 finals but are yet to win the title despite producing generations of world-class talent. From history to high stakes, from legends to new challenges, the stage is set for football's ultimate battle. India's growth story continues to inspire world, says PM Modi at Niti Aayog meeting. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stated that India's growth story continues to inspire the world at a time when many major economies are facing uncertainty and economic challenges. He emphasized the need to further strengthen the nation's resolve towards self-reliance and highlighted the importance of adopting and implementing global best practices, particularly in the renewable energy sector. The Prime Minister stated this while chairing the 11th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog at Rashtrapati Bhavan Cultural Centre in New Delhi today. This year's theme was Inclusive Human Development for Viksit Bharat at 2047. The meeting was attended by chief ministers, LT governors and administrators representing 28 states and 5 union territories. This was the first time when chief ministers of all 28 states participated in the Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog. Underscoring the importance of cooperative federalism, the Prime Minister stressed that the centre and the states must work together to achieve the goal of a Viksit Bharat. He also added that the vision of Viksit Bharat should become the collective resolve of every state, district, block and village. Union Shipping Minister confirms death of 3 Indian sailors aboard Palau-flagged tanker Mount Setbello. A maritime emergency is unfolding near the port of Shiraz in northern Oman after a commercial tanker caught fire in what is now the 3rd incident involving Indian crewed vessels in Omani waters within 72 hours. The Indian Embassy in Muscat has confirmed it has learnt of an incident involving a vessel off the coast of Oman and is closely monitoring the situation, in close contact with local authorities. The vessel is identified in maritime reports as Mount Julvia, a Guinea-Bissau flagged tanker, with around 20 Indian crew members believed to be on board. Emergency coordination efforts by Omani authorities are underway, though the cause of the fire has not yet been independently confirmed. The Julvia incident follows the gravest development in this unfolding crisis: the confirmed deaths of 3 Indian sailors aboard the Palau-flagged tanker Mount Setbello, struck by US forces off Oman's coast last night. Union Shipping Minister Sarbananda Sonowal confirmed today that 3 Indian sailors aboard the Mount Setbello were dead, calling it a profound loss to the country's maritime community. The vessel was struck after a US warplane fired precision munitions into its engine room. Of the 24 Indian nationals aboard, 21 were rescued by Omani responders. The IMO Secretary-General condemned any act from any party that endangers the lives of seafarers and the safety of international shipping. The Set Bellow strike was itself the second such incident in 2 days. On June 8, the Mount Marivex was disabled by a precision strike in the same waters, though all 24 Indian crew were rescued safely by Omani authorities. Shipping Minister Sonoal said officials have been instructed to fast-track the repatriation of the 21 Set Bellow survivors and ensure the swift return of the bodies of the deceased. The Mount Julvia situation continues to develop.